Comfortable. Ryan looking uncomfortable.
Victories, that's the best style. That's number one.
Yes.
Listen, my cat is trying to escape the rule. Give me a second.
Okay. A very warm welcome to Coach Ray to our channel KSF Academy. Here we provide arm wrestling information to our Indian viewers in Hindi. So they were very much excited when we said that we are going to call Coach Ray to our channel, and they were very much excited. And we are very much excited to have you on our channel. So, hello everyone. Let me introduce you to one of the greatest arm wrestler I have ever seen at this age. None other than Raymond Lepin.
Coach Ray.
Coach Ray, also known as Coach Ray. And who am I? Like, I am not even able to introduce you the way you introduce everyone. So, a very warm welcome to our channel.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure. Like India's arm wrestling scene is growing like crazy, so I'm very excited to be here with you guys.
Yeah, so how are you, Coach Ray?
I'm doing good. I just got home from training.
Okay.
Life's good.
So can we start?
Yeah, of course. Whenever you are guys ready.
Okay. First question is,
Are you guys?
you tell me-
wait. Are you live streaming this or recording? It's
no, it's just recording.
recording. Okay. Because it's not showing me that it's recording. Is it really recording? Because usually Zoom will tell you. Really? Okay.
Yes, we are doing the screen recording.
All good. Let's go.
Okay, so first question, can you tell us about your age, birthplace, when you started arm wrestling, and how you got into arm wrestling?
I'm 34 years old. I got into arm wrestling when I was 16 years old. That was the first time when I saw arm wrestling table. Guys, the gym that, if you've seen some of our videos, the gym that we're doing now is the first gym I stepped into. So somehow fate worked that I started training there. Then I left, and then I came back, and now it's my gym. So 2006 was the first time when I got introduced to professional arm wrestling, like arm wrestling on a table and everything. The school where I was going to had already few national champions, high level, even European vice champion there. So we kind of started, and I liked it because it was hard, because everything else, some other stuff was easy for me, and arm wrestling was very hard, and I couldn't figure out what is it. So that's kind of my introduction to arm wrestling. And then every time I went to some competitions, competed, then met Giannis, and then slowly, all sitting here with you guys.
Okay.
18 years later, yeah.
18 years, that's a lot of time, yeah. So Karan, ask him second question.
So coming to the next question, as you said, you own a gym now. So is arm wrestling is your only job, or do you do some other kind of job as well?
No, I made a decision when I was, I think, 23, 24 years old. No, I was older. I think I was 2000. So 27, 28, I made a decision that I'm not going to do anything else except the thing that I love, and I will try my best to make a living from it. So this is me trying to do that.
Okay, that's great. So moving on to third question. So can you tell us about your gym routine? Like how much time you go to the gym in a week, and how much time you train arm wrestling in a week?
You can see.
So I'm trying to be smarter. I'm trying to give myself advice that I give to others. So good training would be, I recommend for everyone, would be 3 training sessions a week plus 1 pulling. If you can do that 1 plus pulling, you do it at your training session as well. I train 5 times a week. Most of the time, I would say four of those sessions is arm wrestling session, and like today I had just general training, so I just did general exercises. Because I like to do like training for me is one of the things I really love. Like I go to sleep and I'm thinking in my head what I'm going to train tomorrow. That's like I've been doing it since I was 16 years old, so more than half of my life, and it's just part of it.
Yeah.
Right. So it's very hard for me not to do too much. And I'm trying to learn, like teach myself because eventually injury is going to caught up to you. Overuse is going to caught up. So I'm trying to be smarter. I used to train 3 hours minimum every single day because like just something I love to do. So now I'm trying to be smarter, 5 times a week, sometimes 6, but not 7. And I'll do like today was quick, just 1 hour 20-minute session. I thought I would do nothing for the arms, and then I arm wrestle for 30 minutes. But don't tell anyone, okay? Don't tell anyone. So yeah, I think for everyone it's different. Some people can just go through training and they can do everything they want in an hour, and I'm just used to training 3 hours. So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So coming over to the next question, which style do you prefer more? Is it hook? Is it top roll? Is it press or any other?
So, like, what I prefer or what I do is two different things, right? I love a good hook war. Who doesn't?
Hook, yeah.
Yeah, but if you want to win quick, you want to do a good top roll or a
Top
press.
roll.
So I was
Okay.
when I started arm wrestling, I was all over the place. I couldn't figure out what my technique was, and then I started pressing was the thing that I did really well. I still kind of do it, but it's a little bit different with each arm. So with right arm, I don't really top roll. My fingers and my hand, my cup is much stronger than my left is. My left is stronger everywhere else, which is kind of magical. But this is much stronger that I attack with it on people's pronator and usually go sideways. So it kind of like, it's hard to pinpoint what my style is, but it's some type of pressing movement, pressing and then hooking and, yeah, like that. But I don't like do classic hook. I
Okay.
never done it. I don't do classic top roll. So it's all a little bit weird with me. But if I have to pin down, what I want to do is
You
hook.
try to do everything, like all things.
Yeah, you can kind of, yeah. Listen, the best style to do is the one that wins, right?
Yes. Correct.
Whoever style gives you most victories, that's the best style. That's number one.
Yes. Okay. So can you share your top 3 arm wrestling workouts that you love to do?
Again, what I love and what I need is
What I'm supposed to do.
Different.
sometimes not the same, right? What I love and what I know that works for me is multi-spinner with a strap on the small finger, because this is how I arm wrestle. I will go through these fingers on. So that's the thing I love. Any kind of pronation work, because you can never get enough pronator. And side pressure training. I love it and I hate it because it hurts.
It hurts.
But
It hurts.
something that I do. What is my recommendation for everyone is just 3 things. It is cup, get strong cupping power, get strong back pressure, rising, and get strong pronator. And then you can arm wrestle. If you just started and you don't have, if you put your chips and you start doing just side pressure and everything, and you have 0 pronator, it's going to be a very bad day. If you have 0 hand control, understanding of what is cupping and how to do this, you're going to have a bad day. Actually, as we speak, I'm uploading a video where I give examples of training and why this is important in arm wrestling, why other grip sport people cannot come to arm wrestling and they say, oh, they have really strong grip, where it doesn't translate to arm wrestling. Because in arm wrestling, you don't really hold on to your opponent. Like, I'm containing you with my fingers and I'm sliding in with my wrist. I'm not squeezing you. And right, so it is kind of weird thing, but pronator, rising or back pressure, and cup.
Okay.
So these are your workouts which you do. So coming over to the next question, Who is the toughest opponent you have faced till now?
My toughest opponent.
Yeah.
I think that everyone who's beaten me has definitely been tough. I can tell you about like they definitely be tougher than me, right? So because they beaten me. So, but my toughest match is like Arm Wars versus Tom Holland. That was a tough match. Um, King of Table 1 versus Mazakir Saidu, because that like until I broke him, it was like I was like it was nothing, right? But
Yes.
then I figured it out. But it was tough until a moment. And I have few of those. I just pulled Christo Deljakov, and we had an amazing match, and that was really tough match for me. I had a bunch of those. I like tough matches. I like where it's deep, where you have to work out. And but I think the toughest one has been with Tom Holland, because in the middle of match, I remember we're stuck in the middle, and I'm thinking I'm gonna give up. I'm thinking I'm gonna give up, and then I'm looking at him, and I'm like, is he thinking the same thing? Is he thinking it's like,
Yeah.
and it's yeah. I hope toughest match is gonna come later. Like I don't avoid it. Like,
Yeah.
but with Tom, it was. If you haven't seen it, just Google Coach Trey, Tom Holland, arm wars, right arm, because we pulled both arms, and both arms were tough, but right arm. I remember I was in a backstage, and I'm talking with Ryan Bowen, and Ryan was in my corner, and he's like, "How you feel?" And I said, like I'm preparing mentally to go to hell, because I don't see that match being easy for me. Like I can't win him easy. So I was like, I'm preparing for hell. Like he's like, you think so? I'm like, you gotta see. And it was like that. Yeah, it was like that.
Okay. So going to the next question. So as we know that you have defeated Mazahir Saidu and in KOTT, and
Yep.
it was a very tough match. So now I guess he's more bulked up and he has more strength. So can you still defeat him?
I like listen. We can practice pulled, and we have like when we pull, like if he starts, he can finish. If I get what I want, I can finish. Like I beat him because I'm uncomfortable opponent for him. Like that was the reason, because I am uncomfortable. You have to believe, like I do believe Mazahir right now is better, because we're working on that. He's heavier than me. And so a lot of people are saying like we need a rematch. Okay, so let's say we do a rematch. If I win, Mazahir goes from being here, goes here. So he loses a lot. If Mazahir beats me, he doesn't really climb higher than that. So there's no point. Like we had that moment. It was good for the king of the table. I love Mazahir. He's awesome arm wrestler and a good friend of mine. So like people are trying to like, I was like, there's no point. Like if there would be a point for us to have a match where we could gain something, then maybe yes. But like I'm 5 and Mazahir is whatever 110.
Yes,
whatever. So like if he beats me, they're like, yeah, I raised like 20, 30 kilos smaller. Like what's the point? If I beat him again, they're like, oh, Mazahir, shit. You know, like there's no gain, like no point of doing
Correct.
it. Yeah.
So next question, Karan.
In India, there is, I don't know, everywhere is it same, but in India, there is a trend of people comparing with the greatest of all time. So our subscribers have spammed us with questions like, if there is a match between Prime Levan versus Prime Dennis, who is going to win?
I do think Prime Levan wins.
Prime Levan. We have asked the same question with Jordi Svetkov, and he replied the same. Like Prime Levan because of his strength and speed. What are other points which you want to add in this? Like why Levan is strongest?
So yesterday I talked with Krasimir, and like you have to understand, like at the best, just look at the matches. Just look at the matches, how Dennis pulled everyone. He was very successful with left. Levan's left has been injured, but when he was on top, he was unstoppable, world titles and everything, and he wasn't even pulling. He was still pulling WAF, so he wasn't pulling professional. And he's weighing 180 kilos. I think at the best, Dennis maybe 140 kilos.
Yes.
Listen, my cat is trying to escape the rule. Give me a second.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. That was
No issue.
bugging me. Yeah. So you think about like hand. Like Dennis' hand was very thick, but even then, Levin's hand is going to be thicker. So
Yeah.
like even if they're same strength, that leverage, everything goes to Levin.
Correct.
Everything goes to Levin, right? Sadly, we will never know. So we can only
We will
speculate.
never know. Yeah.
We will never know.
Correct.
We
Okay,
still pray
so-
for recovery of Denis Siblenko. Like we really want to see him play at that level again. And there is also a question of Prime Dennis versus Prime Devon. Like the
Yeah.
Devon which we see now, like when he was playing at super heavyweight category versus Prime Dennis.
Left arm, still Dennis. Still Dennis.
Still Dennis, yeah.
Right arm, Devon.
Devon.
Okay.
I do believe Devon would like that. I think what we saw versus Levin was prime Devon. Like when we saw,
Yes.
we saw what was it, April 20th, right?
Yes.
That was that was Devon Prime, and he's still like he's so hard to beat, and he will work you out and everything. Again, most likely we will never know. Like
We will
I
never
think
see. Yeah.
yeah, for Dennis, I think it's. I would love to see him come back, but if anything endangers his health, like if you would have to choose to live long or to pull a match,
Yeah.
F that, live long. Yeah.
Yes. Correct.
And in the recent controversy between Devon and Denis Siblenko for that hammer, he was actually challenging Denis Siblenkov, and we actually knew that it is not going to happen. But all the subscribers and comment section was like, "We are going to see Denis Siblenkov back again." I was like, "It's not gonna happen
Yeah.
that soon."
Yeah.
So coming on to the next question. Yeah.
I don't think so too. I don't think it's happening. Yeah.
It's not happening soon. Yeah. So coming on to the next question. So there are some great matches held this year only. So these main events prediction, what do you think Devon versus Oleg? Who is going to win?
I would still think Devon. If Oleg beats him, that is extremely impressive. Like so impressive. I'll be very, very impressed. It's not going to be easy match to Devon. I think Devon, like because you have to win 4 rounds, that's where Devon starts shining.
Yes.
I have to believe Oleg will fight without his hand because Devon will take that hand. I do believe that. But Oleg has so much power, and he's really good arm wrestler. Like arm wrestling wise, like he was a student of Andrei Pushkar. I think he's a better arm wrestler. Andrei was definitely stronger, but he's better arm wrestler. He controls the hand better. He can change directions and things like that. It's a tough match. I believe Devon will lose the side pressure and the center, and Oleg will lose the hand. I believe first pins if Devon if it's a quick start, less than minute or two, Oleg can take it. If longer it goes, more it favors Devon, right? But again, Devon will come in much lighter. He has to cut weight.
Yeah.
All that dehydration coming back to weight, even though it's like 24 hours plus, still going to play a role. I would still pick Devon as the favorite, but I hope Oleg shows us something great. Because if he beats him, that's very impressive. He's been outstandingly impressive the last performances he have had.
Okay.
And there is another match, Levon versus Jerry Gabriel. What do you think?
I think if Jerry can match Levon's strength, Jerry can win. The whole thing will be what is the strength, how close they are there. Closer they are, more it favors Jerry. The problem could be Jerry, sometimes he couldn't maybe get in. If he couldn't set his shoulder in and get a stop, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like 11 will be too much. I think stylistically, if he can come and match a little bit of power, make the difference closer, it's a good match and very hard match for Levin to pull because of the style. We saw how Gennady Kukwinian thought he had full domination and everything versus Jerry, and then got stuck. And afterwards, he never felt the power like that. But I do believe Levin is extremely intelligent. He looks like like a monster, but he thinks like a professor, in my opinion. He's very intelligent, very smart. He will make correct approach. He will try to figure out what is the best way to beat Jerry and strengths to come in. He will talk with Gennady and maybe some other guys who have pulled him and see the matches and everything. So he is heavy favorite, still heavy favorite. But I hope to see a good match. I really hope it's like
Obviously.
difference comes closer. And if it comes pretty close, ooh, imagine Jerry stops Levin and kind of puts him up in the middle of the United States of America. Oh my God. The world will explode.
Yeah, as Levan is the strongest. Why I love Levan is because, as you said, he's also a professor from mine. Because I have seen his prediction for every matches, and whatever he predicts, it always comes true, and it is so amazing. And the way
Yes.
he says, like he's going to do that, he's going to do this move, and he actually does that opponent, and that's cool to see. That's cool to watch. So Jerry Gatrett versus Levan is going to be a favorite match. What do you think? Like who can be strong enough to beat Levan one day?
Yeah. Good
We will
question.
find out. We will find out.
I think Vitaly Laldin has that chance to win one day.
Vitali or Hermes, maybe.
Right now it looks like those guys, like, because they had one of the best chances. They pulled him before. Vitaly is definitely improving. With Levin, it could be many things. Like time could defeat him. Like you know how hard it is to be number one, and you kind of go through everyone easy. Like how long can you keep that motivation? What keeps you motivated, right? Maybe you want to do some other things in life, because eventually, like think about it like this: if you're playing a game and you finish the game, right, and you get all the achievements, how long will you play that game, right?
How long?
You get bored of it. So I'm thinking there's definitely, like, no one's undefeated, and just time will tell. I'm very excited to find out. He's been looking like crazy. He's been looking like insanely good. But again, everyone's thinking like it's been like a decade or something. No, it's been like 3-4 years where he's been doing this. So it's not it's very short time, even in everything else. It's not a decade. It's not like John Brzenk for 20 years or something where he was the favorite all the time, right? So let's just wait. Let's see how it goes, what will happen, and then we'll figure it out.
So as we know that Devon Larratt has announced not, he just said that he's preparing a match between Auden Larratt and Abhas Rana, an Indian arm wrestler. So what do you think, as like you have sparred with Auden Larratt and you know the strength, so what do you think that what are the who can win?
I think it's a good match. I really don't know how strong is Abbas, right? But I do think it's a really good match. Like, I'm very interested in, and listen, the Larratts are very smart and they're very good arm wrestlers. So now from now on, I'm picking Auden in almost all the matches.
Okay.
Like, depends on who we pull, because I think they're gonna come in with a great game plan where maybe Abbas doesn't even get to his position. So that will be the hardest thing to do. And I think a good match, because I think everyone online have been talking about that match for even before, like Korean Hulk and everyone else. And I like it. I really do like it. Yeah.
Okay. So at last, any message to your Indian fans?
Oh, guys, like what you guys doing there in India is awesome. I see Ryan Bowen is right now there and training. Pro Panja, amazing, awesome. Hope to be part of it one day. We have had some talks, but my scheduling is sometimes crazy and I can't do it. But listen, I think India is coming globally for arm wrestling. All you need is a little bit of time and motivation. And as you see someone do it from India, more people are going to start doing it on the highest level. I'm
That's
very
why we are
excited.
excited match
Yeah.
of Abbas Rana, because we know that after this match, it is going to change the hype. It is going to increase the hype of arm
Increase the
wrestling in
hype in
India.
India also. Yeah.
Hopefully it does what it needs to do, gets people motivated, they train hard, they pursue their dreams, and they make career in arm wrestling, which would be crazy and crazy good. I think Pro Panj is already doing some very big things nationally,
Yeah.
but soon, I do believe maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but soon globally.
Okay.
So, are you planning to visit India anytime soon? Like,
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I'm asking you that, are you planning to visit India, or have you ever visited India?
No, I haven't. I haven't yet. We had some
Please
talk.
come.
Every time it kind of falls apart, but eventually I should. I do maybe a seminar series or
Yeah.
something like that, or whatever. Very excited, very excited. I think, like I said, Propanj is doing good things, and I've seen the rooms of people, how many people are coming to competitions, how big the competitions are, how many fans there are. Like, you guys have the biggest population on the planet, so of course you can have more arm wrestling fans than anywhere else. So yeah, I think all good things are coming and all good things are being done there in India. So all I can say is stay strong and love arm wrestling, guys.
Yeah. Okay. So thanks a lot for joining and giving us your time, 30 minutes of time. So it means a lot to us. And we will be uploading this video maybe next week. So I will share you the link and all. So thank you once again.
Okay, thank you, guys. Have a
Yeah.
good evening.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys.